There's just something that makes me so happy about making a recipe that is from one of our family members. I was doing our weekly meal planning and I pulled out my mother-in-law's cookbook. My niece had this made. In memorial of her, she spent a lot of hours going through all of my mother-in-law's recipes, and there's one that I've never made before, and I was thinking we needed a little sweet treat to have. So we're gonna try her famous fudge bars. Here's the recipe that we're working with. And if you read this little disclaimer here, it says that everyone who has tried these has loved them. So we're gonna put them to the test and see if I can make them and still have everybody love them. And by everybody, I mean Derek. Expectations aren't super high because he really does love everything that I make, other than a meatloaf that I made a really long time ago. And that's a story for another time. Starting out with 3/4 cup of margarine. I'm actually gonna do a mixture of margarine and butter. I don't usually buy margarine, but I actually had some that needs used. A stick left over. I'm not really sure how old it is. It'll be okay. And then I've got half a stick of butter. And we're gonna mix this with 1 3/4 cups of flour. You know, with baking, you're supposed to be precise, but I feel like this is one of those recipes that you can be just a little bit off. It's not exactly perfect, it'll be okay. We need 1 1/2 cups of oatmeal. Don't judge me for this. There's 1 and then 1 1/2. 1 cup of brown sugar. Pack that in. Half a teaspoon of baking soda in. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm using vanilla bean paste. I'm doing a hefty half teaspoon and a little extra because it's really good. Mix together with a fork until crumbly. I feel like a pastry cutter would be way easier to use. I don't have one of those. I need one. I'm in my mid-30s, but I still rely on my mom to help me out with all the kitchen gear that I still don't have. Use a hefty fork for this or else you're gonna bend it. Try this thing out, see if we can get it started a little bit better. I had asked Derek to help me get one of the ingredients out of the cupboard and I hadn't told him what I'm making yet. As soon as he saw this can of sweetened condensed milk, he's like, I only know one thing that's made with sweetened condensed milk. What are you making? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I saw you get my mom's cookbook out. You better not. Of course I am. Of course I'm making fudge bars. I'm gonna go with our hands. Clean hands. Oh, way easier. There we go. If I don't have too many edits, I might actually post this full video just on YouTube for somebody to watch the entire cooking process. It's kind of chaotic. Newly added Instagram account. I have revived my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get all of my pages to line up with names. Apparently Kira is more popular than you would think. Cooking with Kira is like taken everywhere. If I post this video soon, I'm really afraid that I'm gonna have both my brother-in-laws knocking on the door, wondering where their cut is. When I say that these are a family favorite, they are like, if they show up at a family function, somebody is running out of the door with the entire pan. They don't get shared very well. Reserve 1 cup for the topping. Set that to the side. And now I'm gonna go wash my hands. 9/15, we're gonna grease this. I'm just gonna use the outside of that margarine and butter. I'm gonna take our mixture, press this in. All right, this is perfectly pressed in here. I'm gonna wash my hands again. We're just gonna set this to the side. This pan here, I need 1 can of condensed milk. It does not give the amount, the size. I think these only come in 1 size. I probably don't want to see when this expired. It's fine. It'll be fine. Hi, Goose. Didn't quite get done during nap time, but that's okay. 12 ounces of chocolate chips, and I have a mixture of semi-sweet and milk chocolate. And then the last thing is 2 tablespoons of margarine. We're gonna use butter. 2 tablespoons. Move over to the stovetop. I'll take it with me. Melt this over medium heat until everything is good and melty. We might be here for a minute. While this is melting down, I'm just getting everything put away and kind of cleaning up. 1:30 in the afternoon, I'm still trying to finish my second cup of coffee. Not super cold, but not super warm. All right, we're starting to see some melting action here. I don't want this to melt too fast, so I'm actually gonna turn it down just a little bit to medium low. This is starting to look right, I feel like.
Supposed to melt that over hot water.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be double. It doesn't say that. Yeah, it just says, in a saucepan, combine condensed milk, chocolate chips, and margarine. Stir until chocolate is completely melted and spread into the pan. A double boiler would make sense, but...
That's what I would use.
Well.
Don't ask me how I do that.
Did you help your mom make these?
No.
You just made them so you could eat them.
Maybe.
I'm going nice and low and slow, so we're not burning anything here. I think everybody in the family knows how to eat them. That didn't take long at all. Everything is completely melted, so we're just gonna spread this evenly over our base layer. All over my hands already too. Perfect. Yeah, these are Grandma's. Grandma Becky's bars. Go. Spread them out evenly. Really thick right now. I'm trying to not like pull up the base layer with it. What if they aren't good?
Then I will let you know that they're not good, and I will make sure that they are
Taken care of, yeah.
Manner.
Now that everything is spread, sprinkle the remaining crumble on top. Is there a perfect way to do this? Just sprinkle. So good. These go into a 350-degree oven for 25 minutes. These are out of the oven and they look perfect. We've been outside picking up sticks and just getting all the spring things done. Obviously, our toddler would like to be outside, so I'm gonna come back and do the bite later. Actually, I'm just gonna do the bite in a totally different video. You'll have to find that, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about my mother-in-law and that, but these look phenomenal. Here are her famous fudge bars. Have a great day. Thanks for sticking around.